Little dark in your kitchen, working in your own shadow? Stick around as I get into that in the question of the day. What's going on, guys? Matt in the hat. Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. You are tuned in to the hot list. I come to you on Monday through Friday each and every week around 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. We hang out and we talk real estate. We talk properties new to the market, been on the market, and had a recent price reduction or something unique about the property I want to share with everybody and want you all to know. I also answer a question of the day that is submitted by a listener of the podcast. And to find out how you could get your question answered, not only by me in general, but on the show as well, just stick around with me till the end. And finally, I recognize and thank one of our sponsors during the Sponsor of the Week segment. And if you'd like more info on how you could become a Sponsor of the Week, all you have to do is just hang out with me till the very end. For those watching this on Facebook, make sure you comment hashtag live or hashtag replay, depending on how you're watching this, so I know how you're tuning in. For my YouTubers out there, thank y'all for stopping by, hanging out, and checking out the channel. Make sure that you smash that thumbs up button. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out, helps others out, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those bell notifications so as I bring you new videos, you can come check them out. All right. The property we are talking about today, this property is unique because if you are a horse person, have horses, want horses, train horses, whatever the case may be, this could be the house for you. The address is 1594 T Road in Cottonwood Falls. It's just down the road a few miles. It's a 5-bed, 3.5-bath ranch style house. Does have an attached 2-car garage. It's got 3,480 square feet of finished space, currently listed for $389,000, courtesy of Griffin Real Estate and Auction Service. So why do I bring this house up with horses? Well, they have a horse arena that's 150 by 250 with a return alley. Now, those of you that are in the business, know the business, that's a huge deal. It's sitting on 19 acres. They have a barn that's set up with 5 stalls, a tack room, and 5 separate fenced-in areas for the horses or livestock. Now, sorry. So the house itself's got a nice large kitchen, kind of a semi-open concept from living room, dining room, and kitchen area. Kitchen does have an island in it, breakfast bar. It's got a full finished basement with a walkout basement. Walks out to a nice patio that is partially covered. Right above that is the deck that is also partially covered as well. And then in the living room, you've got a stone fireplace. So I've included a link so you can check this out for yourself. All you got to do is click on that. It'll take you to my website while this property is available, and you can see the pictures for yourself. Should you have any questions, make sure you just let me know. Either you can come back here on Facebook or wherever you're listening to this, or you can comment on just message me from my website as well. Before I get to the question of the day, I do want to recognize and thank our sponsor of the week this week, and that is Big Ben Automotive right here in Emporia. They do an incredible job. Their number one goal is customer satisfaction. They're affordable, reliable auto service. What I like about Big Ben Auto is they not only try to make everything affordable, do it at a reasonable price, they also are involved with giving back to the community as well. For example, just in September, they were out giving donations. They had 20 bags of groceries they were giving away, first come first serve. They also team up with the Buck Foundation here in town and will give away dog food and cat food from time to time for those who may need it, may need a little help. So there's that option as well. I've included a link in the description that will take you right to their Facebook page. You can get their address, phone number, as well as their email. Contact them however works for you. Also check out their Facebook page for any latest news and updates. And if you have any car questions or problems with your vehicle not running right, make sure you reach out to them. All right, and now comes my favorite portion of the show, the question of the day. Just a reminder, the question of the day is submitted by a listener of the podcast. If you would like to get your question on the show, all you got to do is shoot me a message or drop it in the comments wherever you're listening to this at. I would be happy to not only answer your question for you, but get it on the show as well, because this segment is how I come up with my content. So without those questions from you guys, from everybody listening, it's very difficult for me to come up with content. So make sure that you send me a message or drop me a comment wherever you're listening to this. I would love to answer your specific question. So question of the day: is there a better way to light my kitchen? So I'm sure in the kitchen it goes without saying that good lighting is important. Especially when working in the kitchen, I would say it's a little more vital than others, simply because you're working with knives, potentially other sharp objects, in and around the stove. You know, you want to make sure that you have plenty of light so you can just see what you're doing. Poor lighting in the kitchen can make cooking as well as any other task difficult. As somebody who has recently taken up attempted cooking, I guess we'll call it, I have noticed that my kitchen, as well as I'm sure some others out there, are difficult because it leaves, when the light hits me, there's shadows in areas that I use more often than others. So fortunately, doing a little bit of research, I found out there's a number of options available when it comes to adding new lighting in your kitchen. So what we're going to talk about today are the top 6 lighting options to consider in your kitchen. Number 1, recessed lighting. Now, before you jump on me here, just hear me out, because these are especially useful when you have a relatively low ceiling. You're able to have multiple light sources in the kitchen without having large fixtures hanging down, like a fan or just some type of, I don't know, light fixture. I don't know what they're called other than light fixture. Recessed lighting can be also used to accent other light solutions. So this can give you more light where you need it and only takes up small amounts of space in the ceiling, because it's recessed instead of hanging down. Number 2 has been an extremely popular one as of late: under cabinet lights. Now, the under cabinet lights, we all know with cabinet space, is an absolute must-have in the kitchen. What I've noticed there is, if you have a lot of cabinets, especially in some houses that I've shown, the more cabinets you have may actually block the light from reaching the countertops or the stove where you plan on working. So, solution: this is where the under cabinet lights come in. This provides extra light right where you need it. Similar lighting can also be placed under some type of range hood or micro hood, depending on what you have, or other overhead spaces. Just ensure that the light is needed in parts of the kitchen that you use the most. Just run it in there. Make sure you run it safe. Don't get it too close to your stove, because I'm sure I don't have to tell you that would end badly. Number 3, track lighting. And again, before you guys jump on me, hear me out. Maybe not that your light in the kitchen needs to be changed or adjusted from time to time. Track lighting is a good option to consider because it's a little bit lighter and it's mounted on tracks, hence the name. These can be moved around or turned in different directions as needed. And this allows you to adjust the light that may meet a need that you have one day versus another day. Now, when many people are picturing this, and that again, that's why I'm saying, hear me out, they picture the big clunky light track lights that people had in the basement for their home theater systems or entertainment because they were the big clunky spotlight looking deals. And you don't want that in your kitchen, right? Exactly. And that's why the new track lights are more modern. They provide more light and adaptability when needed. They're a little bit lower profile as well. Also creates tasteful accents to match your personal style as well. So you may you may have some under the counter lighting, and then you may have some track lighting that's going to be more focused on the open space above your cabinets. So that's an option as well. Number 4 is oversized light fixtures. These have been popular as well because maybe you're feeling like you want something a little bit different, more than just something that provides light, but you want enough lighting to add, but also add an overall kind of decorative look to it. Well, this is where the oversized light fixtures come in because these are designed to stand out, draw your attention, or draw your guests' eyes to them. This also is unique because it can become as much a part as your decorating style as a light source as well. And that's why these have become popular over the last few years. Pendant lighting. Pendant lighting is something that I actually have in my kitchen, and this light plays a big part in a home's look and feel. Again, just why we're covering different types of light fixtures. So, what if you have high ceilings in your home? I personally don't, but I've seen a number that do. This is where the pendant light would be extremely advantageous to you because this gives you the light that you needed while adding kind of a, I guess we'll call it a touch of elegance in your kitchen. Because with these, you suspend them from the ceiling either by using cables that come with the lighting or pipes. Mine are actually pipes that have the cables and everything hidden inside, and this allows you to do without the need of stronger bulbs or like a harsher bulb. So you could do a 60 watt or 40 watt LED instead of 100 watt, and it's just blinding everybody. And without going into too much detail with these, because there are a number of different styles available, because of the variety that you can choose from and that are available with these, it allows you to choose which ones you like that matches your personal style while customizing your kitchen or your home, depending on where else you would put them. And finally, number 6, tube lighting. I'm sure as soon as you guys heard that, y'all just tuned out when I mentioned that name. I get it because most of us, like some others on this list, think of some ugly or out of place light in your house, and you don't want that. Well, again, with modern tube lights, they've come a long way from those old school fluorescent lights that many of us are picturing. Most of these are no longer fluorescent lights. They've now become and switched to LED lighting. This provides a more consistent lighting and a fraction of the energy cost as well. The tube lights themselves have also evolved, offering more of the stylish accents and adding light and adding overall look to the house. One of the more popular ones that I've seen that is a tube light is, you guys know what the Edison bulbs are that are just the small bulbs. I've actually seen some tube lightings that are between 16 to 24 inches long that have the Edison bulb style in it, and they are just absolutely cool. So those are the top 6 lighting options to consider. Number one, again, was recessed lighting. If you don't want something hanging down, you can recess those lights into your ceiling, maximize some space. Under cabinet lighting, if you've got a lot of cabinets, a lot of countertop space, and you're working in your shadow, that would be an option, just running under the cabinets to provide it where you need it. Number three was track lighting. The more modern ones are thinner, lower profile, and can help accent the house and show off, some displays that you maybe have above your cabinets instead of just where you want it as well. Number four was the oversized light fixtures that actually draws your guests' attention and eyes to them. So it's just as decorative as it is a light source. Number five was the one that I have in my kitchen, and that is the pendant light. This does also work if you have high ceilings as well they can be used to drop down with a cable or pipe. And then finally, number six is the tube lighting, not the old fluorescent that many of us think about, but most of them now are going to be some type of LED lighting that provide more consistent light and a fraction of the energy cost. So that's it. Let me know what you guys have in your kitchen or what you plan on doing in your kitchen. I would love to hear back from you guys, see just kind of what you have and or what you're planning on doing. So that's going to do it for me today in the hot list. So thanks for watching with Matt in the Hat, Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. Y'all have an awesome Monday and tune back in tomorrow for your weekly market update. I'll see you then.